flag, and for the break, it's a race to 4, best of 5 sets, and sending it to the Predator press box.
Thank you very much, Derek, and yes, welcome all to this wonderful matchup, the one that we were all hoping at the beginning of this tournament we would get to witness. Losers qualification match and a place in the quarterfinals. USAA take on USAB. Referee for this match, Yala Kotanumi from Finland. My name is Gethin Davis, and joining me in the box for this exciting matchup, my good friend and colleague, Graham Hickman. Well, Graham, hold on tight.
Hold on tight indeed. I mean, look at the crowd getting. Could you get any more people in around this table? This just tells you how excited everybody is for this match. I mean, in some respects, it's great. But on the other hand, it's a bit unfortunate that one of these teams will be going home. They will not be in the final 8. But yeah, either way, it's going to be close. I don't know what you think, Gethin, but I think both teams are very capable of winning this match. It's not very heavy one-sided, even though you would think SVB and Sky, obviously with the powerhouse of the USA team. But I tell you what, don't underestimate Tyler and Oscar, and both girls, very impressive players.
Yeah, absolutely. This match just starting a little later than advertised, as we were waiting for Savannah Easton to complete her match against Hayden Ernst, which she lost in a real tough 3-set battle. And she's road-runned back over to table 1 for the kickoff of this. And, well, I did see USAB having a lot more time on this table, just getting used to the break. Shane Schuyler must have been over watching Savannah, but they will get the break and open up. And this opening set will be a round-robin team event. So each player from the team will get to play. And this is a dry break, Graham, but look where that one has gone.
Yeah, Tyler's gone straight for his jump cue, hasn't he? He's left it on the table, I think, or has he got his jump cue in his hand? I believe he is trying to jump it. There's only one ball in the way. He's got plenty of table to work with, so this is a high percentage makeable jump. You would think he's pretty good with a jump cue. Oh, where's a cue ball? Oh dear. I think you got a little bit too much on that. It just was zipped off the cushion, didn't it? Get a good replay here. Just bobbled on the cushion, and then the draw. Yeah, he's in a spot of trouble here, I think.
I think he's too close to the 9 to go over the edge. Tyler Steyer, also known as the baby-faced assassin. He certainly has some shots in his arsenal.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, can he go just under the 10, above the centre pocket, and play a one-reel kick in between the 4 and 5? Might be his only shot, you know. Don't think he's got any other option. That was a good hit. Not bad result.
Good hit. Had to thread that through the eye of a needle, and Shane comes back to the table. He'll be looking to put Tyler back in a safety here, I think.
Yeah, that 8 ball looks quite inviting, doesn't it? How's the pace? Well, he might have left an edge here, and if he's left half a ball, there's quite a bit of traffic on that left side of the table here, Gethin, so he could play like a kind of a cross bank, send that cue ball down the table, depending how much he can see, that is. He's called the corner just in case, so he's going to play that way and send the cue ball over to the top right, trying to use the 10, the 6 and the 7 maybe for cover. He does need to get it though. The 2 ball's going to travel quite close to the corner unless it gets a bump. Oh, he's played that pretty well. Could be a jump cue for Shane.
Yeah, good exchange of safeties. No real value in attacking at this point, but always useful to get your first mark on the board before your opponent, especially in this opening set.
Yeah, and this format is really good. Super exciting. I do like a good jump by Shane. I do like this format, Gethin, especially the first set. Gives all the players a chance to play one rack. Keep going until someone gets to 4. And then we have the men's, we're playing the doubles after that. And then we have the mixed doubles. And then depending how far we go, if we need a singles, followed by a shootout as well. So this team format is, for me, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I completely agree. And from looking at some of the way these teams have been really vibing together, I think they're enjoying it too. But we are at the business end. 20 teams started this tournament off with 68 players. There's $300,000 in the pot up for grabs, Graham.
Yeah, not a bad payday, is it? 120 grand for the winning team. Take that. Just cut that a bit thin though. Where's the cue ball going to be? Oh, this table's getting messier by the minute. There's plenty of balls to hide behind, so could be another safety shot here.
Yeah, we've seen this in matches previous, and players have actually taken a liking to going for the three foul rule. It's not an easy one to go for, but when the balls start clustering up like this, it does promote it. But where's that cue ball, Graham? Ooh, that is deep and hooked up against the rail, I believe.
Yeah, it's right into the jaws. It's landed on the point, so I don't think it really impacts. He still has to play a kick shot anyway, but it's literally right in the corner of that pocket. So a one real kick here, you'll do well to get some cover. He's going to have to play this probably with a bit of pace. He's trying to go for a slow one. That was a danger for me, unless he really got a good hit on that. He was never really going to get cover. Bit of a half chance here. It's thin though, Gethin. I don't think he can hold for the 3. I'm wondering if he plays maybe into the 4 ball here. Could be an option. He could come above the 3 in between his hand, but he's played into the 4. Great shot.
He has played that nicely, Graham. That 6, 7, 10 is still on his radar. The 5 is not in a bad position to go into them, but you've got to be on the 6 next, eh?
Yeah, but this is a half chance for sure. All the balls are pretty close proximity, so 1 or 2 good shots here. Tee shot coming up now, as you say. He's going to have to leave some kind of angle here. If he does land, yeah, kind of to the right side of the 5, anywhere kind of low, it's going to give him a bit of an angle to go into that 10 ball. The big question, Gethin, is if he does make that contact, where does the 6 go? It's not bad. I wonder if he can just play a little bit onto the left side of the 10. Kind of a delicate one. The 6 ball should squeeze to the rail, judging by how they're sitting. So if you can just stun this into the bottom left side of the 10, he might have a shot at the 6 along the rail up in the top corner. Otherwise, he's going to have to play something else.
He decided to avoid it completely, Graham. Must be looking to put Shane in the spot of bother here.
Yeah, I'm surprised there, to be honest, Gethin. I don't see an obvious safety, because these are quite tricky to judge where the 6 ball is going to go. I felt it was worth the risk, you know, thinking if he didn't get on the 6, then he could have played it safe, but obviously didn't like it. Oh, well, that's not too bad though. Keeping it tight is Tyler.
Not too bad at all. There is a thin edge, Graham, and well, if he can just run that into the 9 and freeze the 6 there and get good cue ball, he could return the favour.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's tried. It's not too bad, good cue ball. Playing a maybe a separation here. I think the first rack is becoming a bit of an important one. It's been quite a bit of safety, and when you invest so much time in a rack, it's a bit of a shame to be a loser. So let's see if he can get the distance right when he separates these balls. I'd love to get him in a hook. How's the pace?
Not bad at all.
Pretty good.
I think he can still look to maybe play a kick and, well, I say kick and stick, but the cue ball may come off 2 rails and float over towards the 7, but it's quite difficult to get a safety from this escape.
Yeah, I don't know how much that 9 ball is coming into play. If he can play it direct into the 6 ball, he could play a slow one, kind of go off 2 rails, flick the top of the 6. Now he's playing at a bit of pace, I think maybe. Could have just played off 2 rails, flick the 6, and kind of try to send the cue ball over to this past the 7. Looks like he's got something else in mind. Maybe go for a fuller hit. Yeah, looks like he can get past the 9 okay too. He's put it in the bottom corner. It's not what he wanted. It's not where he called. Well, what do you do here? Do you roll up behind the 10, push the 7 to the rail, or do you give something, have a go here or something?
Well, I wouldn't be giving it back, and that's for starters, Graham. There is the aggressive bank. If he doesn't feel the safety's on. Ooh, there was the aggressive bank, and he may have got away with that as well, somewhat.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? You know, a few shots ago, he had a nice angle on the 5 to try to develop the 6, turned it down to play a tight safety shot. He's taken on there. A bit of an aggressive bank, as you say. He could have rolled up to the 10, but maybe didn't like it. Shane going to play this down the rail. I don't know if he called anything. Keeping it tight. Needs it to slow down though. Temper maybe.
Well, after the aggressive bank, if Tyler's just made the decision, hey, if I've got a shot now, I'm going for it. He may have brought it back to the table for this 7.
Oh, he did go for that, you know. I think he did. He went for this really thin cut, and he mishit it. But he's had a roll because I don't think Shane can get any of this. He's calling it. Don't think he can kick this in off 1 rail, Gethin, can he? It's too far away from the rail, I think. Well, just calling it just in case, maybe, but. Wow. Tell you what a shot that was. He made that look so easy. Incredible shot. Look how far the 7 was away from the rail. Position on the 8 as well.
Yeah, nice time to pull a highlight shot out.
And that's when you look back, isn't it, Gethin? You kind of think, should I try to open that 6 ball? Hindsight's a wonderful thing. Nothing you can do there. He did go for a shot on the 7 and just overcut it. Great kick shot though by SVB.
And Team USAA take the opening rack in this race to 4, best of 5 sets. And, well, good representation from Europe so far in this, Graham. Germany, Great Britain, Austria and Spain have already booked their place in the quarterfinals. This would ensure that there is a USA team in, and as you said, sadly, one does have to go out at this point. So, be interesting to see how the rest of the matches develop. We have on table 2 Philippines taking on Chinese Taipei. On table 3 Indonesia versus Vietnam. And then here's one to watch for. I do like the Polish players. Table 17, Poland is taking on Hong Kong. And what we'll do is, as them scores are coming in, because they may have just started a little bit earlier on some of the other tables, We'll bring you some updates from them. And it's winner breaks format, and they will now swap over, I say swap, but move over to the next player in the lineup. And judging by the posture, it will be Skylar Woodward from Paducah, Kentucky, taking on the Big O, Oscar Dominguez, in this second rack. Skylar to break. The one thought about dropping.
The 10 ball there, Gethin. Last ball rolling. Comes back up. No early 10s. Gets respotted. Nothing was going anywhere other than that one ball, but the 8 ball just came around and spotted it clean. I think the 10 ball has blocked the 1 ball, so it's a bit of a double-edged sword there. You got a ball, but no reward.
They were just having a bit of a giggle there, clearly, once he watched where Jallo was putting the 10. He realised, oh, I'm in a spot of bother here. Does have the option to play a push, but where that 1 is, Graham, can't really see. Yeah.
He's called the opposite. He's called the opposite middle. Because he's going to play this 1 from behind. So it's just in case, but I'm not sure if he's trying for a highlight shot yet. No, he's just trying to keep it a bit tight. Bad outcome. Maybe he could lose control a little bit of the table here. He could find himself in a spot of bother, but a little bit unfortunate, you could say, to not have a look at that 1.
First look at Oscar Dominguez. Comes to the table with no real good look on the 1, but has put Woodward in trouble. It's not a bad spot to put it in.
Yeah, you should probably call it just in case. Unless he's going off 2 rails and going to come on the top side of the 1. Yeah, he's going to come off the 2 rails. Try and flick the 1, send the cue ball down the table, maybe. Caught it a bit fuller than he wanted. So first chance to Oscar here. Has got a problem there with the 3 ball, but he has got a shot. Maybe he can make something happen here. It's whether he wants to go aggressive straight away or try to get it from the 2 maybe.
Team USAA getting off to a better start than they did against their match with Norway. I did have the pleasure of watching that. Tim Dorauta and Mark White bringing the comms on that match. And, well, Skylar had 1 shot in that opening set through both teams, and a few break and runs, and they went 4-0 down in the opening set. And this format really does lend itself to going in some crazy situations and directions. Oscar Dominguez at the table now with a chance of developing the 4. And good opportunity to bring the scoreline level. We'll be looking to do so.
Yeah, he's landed really nice here. Calling his extension. It's a good time to call it. This is probably the key shot on the rack for sure. He'd love to catch them balls right in the middle, or catch the 6 ball somewhat full. But he's got a nice angle to work with. Just 1 good shot here. It's risky playing it that way. He's caught it so full at the back. He's played a kick and stick in himself. I kind of like going into the 6 ball there just to make sure you had a shot at the 4. He's trying to get it from behind there. It just hasn't worked out.
I'm not sure if he's got line on it. I think he's even hooked with the 6.
It's a good hit, but he has left a chance for Sky here. Not sure how straight this is. He's quite close to the rail, so he might have to jack up here. I don't know if he can do much at all with this cue ball. Get a good view here, maybe. Yeah, he has got a bit of angle. He could punch this, maybe, but just taking the medicine. Don't blame him. Even a bit of a thinner 5. Come back across the table a couple of times here. Great chance to steal this one, Gethin.
Yeah, I agree. I have to say, Oscar was looking very solid, getting into position to open up that cluster. It's going to be just small rolls like that. Could be the difference in a match with the players of this quality.
Well, talk about being close to your work as well. I think he got a little bit too much draw on that. He's still okay, but a little bit closer than he thought he was going to get. Not sure if he can go right across the table. Or does he have to try and draw this up? Yeah, he can just get there. There you see how close it was to the 7. Oh, played it well though.
Yeah, he judged that to perfection. Has an angle. Gonna need to put a little bit on this cue ball to get back. 8 is the opposite end of the table. Oh, did that very well.
Yeah, that's a great shot, and yeah, he's so solid in the balls, this guy. He's on form. He doesn't miss much at all. He's great at creativity. He's got all the shots, we know that. And definitely one of these teams would love to have the chance to get into the quarterfinals, and everyone's gunning for Germany to try and take them out and avoid them going back-to-back champions. But I'll tell you what, that German team's looking also very strong. Already fella winning tournaments this week. He's yeah, man to beat at the moment.
Absolutely. Picking up the men's, and also him and his wife picking up mixed doubles turbo event, which was fast and furious.
Going for the treble.
Team USAA will be looking to push on from here as we watch them change player yet again. And this will be over to, well, you can say the young guns. Both these girls going, or have been going very strong in the junior event. I believe that Sophia Mast is in the quarterfinals. Sadly, Savannah just being bested by another compatriot, Hayden Ernst. We just mentioned about the mixed doubles turbo. If you want to go back and watch any of the matches that Graham and I are bringing up, or that you didn't realize were happening over this 10-day event, please do go and look back through the Pro Billiard TV library. If you want to have a look at the matches coming up and the results, you can also go to the ProBilliardSeries.com website. You have all the links there for this event and our forthcoming events as well. So Savannah Easton will get us off in this third rack. She finds her team leading 2 racks to 0 in this race to 4 opening set.
Yeah, nothing this time. It was a pretty good hit, to be fair. Balls were tracking, but nothing drops. Great chance here. Sophia Master. Well, have a look at this table. It's pretty open. One good shot here. Don't see any major problems once you can get a couple of balls down.
She was trying to play that as softly as possible to hold for the 2 and not run back too far down the table, and just hit that a bit thin.
Yeah, obviously trying to control the cue ball, but misjudgment there. Hasn't really sold out though. Could be in a little bit of trouble, but there was a chance. There's always a little bit of extra nerves. When you play for yourself, it's different, and you know, playing with your team. 2-0 down, going to the table and trying to get one back for your side. It's always a bit of extra pressure.
Well, these 2 junior girls hold their own very well on the main stage as well. But what an experience for these 2 to play alongside I'm sure players they used to watch on the TV as they were growing up and getting into the game. Can only imagine this format, and thank you very much to the WPA and Predator, but getting to be able to play on the big stage with them as well must be very confidence inspiring.
That's a good point, isn't it? You forget how young, not to say the other guys are old, but like you say, you forget how young these juniors are. And, yeah, probably, like you say, watching them for many years. Oh, that's an unlucky scratch coming up here, though. That was a bit unfortunate. It's a pretty good cue ball heading down there. Second chance now for Sophia, but yeah, definitely a lot of confidence building. Good experience as well. Plenty of years ahead of them. Look at the stage and the amount of people watching. Super awesome setup.
Yeah, really. Sophia Mast, just 17 years of age. Her opponent, Savannah, 16. And as you said, Graham, great careers up ahead for them. A lot of silverware, dare I say, as well. I'm surprised their shelves are not already bending.
No, they probably are. A lot of stuff they probably win in the juniors game, local-wise. That's a bit of a mistake there again, though. Just feeling it a little bit. Does have a good safety option here, though. He's probably going to play it. Try and send that cue ball above the 4. Maybe bring that 3 ball back. Oh, she's going for it. Wow. She's going all out aggression here. Aggressive. No, she called it, but wasn't going for it.
Did that cue ball come? Oh, it has, Graham.
Yeah, she's going 2 rails here, Gethin. Just on the right side of the 4, down to the short rail. If she does catch it pretty full, she's going to have to give it enough speed to make sure either the cue ball or the 3 ball hits a rail. So easy to catch this full and not hit anything. Oh, base is good. Oh, not again. The same pocket, surely not.
Oh, it's slowed up, Graham. It's slowed up, and a bit of a wry smile from Savannah there. But yeah, it was trekking towards that pocket.
That would be incredible, wouldn't it? It's like a magnet pulling it in there. Bit of a tester here. If she wants to go for it, that is. No real gain on the 4 ball mine, so could play safe. She's going to pot and then play safe, it looks like. A bit high for the bank here, so. I wonder if she could I wonder if she could double that 4 ball. Kind of like a double, but send the cue ball straight down behind the 8. Don't know if that's on. Just 3/4 down the rail. She's trying to play it down there. Yeah, not really getting any kind of cover.
She's just coming down to have a look. She played it through the gap, looking to bring the 10 and 6 into play, and has done very well.
Yeah, getting the hook. It's the most important thing. Hitting the ball here isn't really a problem, you would think. High percentage to hit it. So where is it going to end up? There's so much free table on the right side. Yeah. Oh, she's even scratched in the side, so anything that can't happen there has happened. Worst case scenario, white going in, ball in hand. Great chance now with an open table. Gethin. Bringing the 5 out as well.
She was just having a look at the 5 into the centre, and I have to say, I'd probably prefer to be taking it down the rail. These centre pockets cut very tight on this Predator arc tables. I've been reliably informed the corner pockets are 4 1/8, and the centre pockets are 4.5 inch. So players have been caught out now and again, but on this occasion, Savannah has not been caught out. She just rolled that cue ball out very nicely for the 6. She's going to take a chunk of the 10 as well.
Yeah, take half of the 10 and send it up the table to the left side. She's played it well. Needs to pull up a little bit though. Oh, she's on the 50-yard line. But I think she's still okay in the top left. 8 ball's in a good spot with the 9 as well getting. So just got to drop this in, draw it over to the right side of the table, and yeah, she's pretty much guaranteed a look at the 8.
Very nice. And a nice comfy bounce off the long rail. Means she can pull this cue ball out into a similar angle. Solid stuff for USAA. I remember playing in sports as a child. The A team was normally supposed to be the better team, but not on this occasion. It's just because there were 2 USA teams. And Savannah Easton delivers on her part and takes her team to a 3-0 lead in this opening set. They're on the hill, Graham, and they're looking formidable.
Yeah, they certainly are. Just noticing there, I thought Savannah might have went over and give a little bit of a fist pump to Sophia, but I don't know if the guys did that as well. Maybe it's just part of the, you just sit back down, you don't kind of, I don't know, say well done or lucky or whatever. I don't know, like no kind of embrace is what I'm saying. I didn't pay attention in the first 2. I don't know if the guys did that, but maybe it's just, I don't know, the way it is. But yeah,
Just
great
not
start.
thing.
No, maybe
Just
not.
having a quick look out over the other tables, Graham. Indonesia are locked 1-1 in their opening set against Vietnam. Poland have taken the opening set already and lead 1-0 in their second set against Hong Kong. And on the remaining table, Philippines 3-2 up in their opening set against Chinese Taipei. So it's all happening. As we get back to Shane Van Bowling, opening up in this 4th rack with his team on the hill. Oh, the cue ball looked like it was scratching there, Graham.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, wasn't it? It hasn't. It's a dry break, and he has left to look at this one as well, so she'll be a bit annoyed there. I think he's had 2 breaks and 2 dry breaks. Yeah, you see the top spin there. Cue ball was thinking about it, and I do think he has left a shot on this one. It might not be a straightforward position, but safety shot coming up. You would think, yeah. Try and get some trouble.
We did see him in his first rack take on a bank shot to the center pocket that he only missed by a whisker, but I think the 3 would be in the way anyway. That's not played very well at all. I think he was trying to come around the 6. He ran into it, Graham.
Yeah, I think he was playing it slow with a little bit of left, just to try and let the cue ball drift and above the 6, as you say, but he didn't get there. He's left a shot on this for Shane. He could take the cut back. He's called it. We all know how good Shane is at 10 ball. He's up there with, probably got one of the best breaks in the game. In 9 ball, which is most common, but in 10 ball, he's probably also got one of the best breaks in the game. Incredible break. Just wondering if this 5 ball is going to come into play here. It's going to be close. He's overcut it intentionally. That was such a smart shot that to avoid the 5. Does it go past the 5? This 3 ball looks tight. Oh, well, there's a great angle. 3 does go past the 5, and he deliberately overcut that to avoid the 5.
Fantastic. Oh, and he makes it past the 5, and 2 shots in this Fourth rack is opening up quite nicely for Team USAA.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you're sitting in the chair, Skyland Savannah, I'll be thinking, your main man, Captain America, is at the table. You've got to be feeling good about your chances of winning this set from here. Probably only the 9 ball jumps out, Gethin, because it looks like it doesn't go past the 10. So he's going to have to come from the 8 underneath the 9, which is plenty of table to work with. But that could be the only thing that could jump out where something could go wrong potentially. But other than that, plain sailing so far.
And Shane will return back in our second set, in the men's doubles second set. But so will Tyler.
It's gone a little bit far, maybe. Well, he's going to. I think he can just draw this. He's going to either play it with topspin or draw, but whichever he prefers. He's going to draw it and come below the 9. All about pace here. And like I say, this is the only thing that went wrong.
That contact on the 10, Graham, has brought it in the way of his cueing as well, by the looks of it from the overhead. That makes this shot really tricky. Looks good, Graham.
Didn't touch a size there, Gethin. I think it just went in flawless. Hit it that well. Yes. Didn't touch a side. What a shot from there. I mean, yeah, under the pressure. Granted, it's the first set and your 3 racks up, but that was a fantastic shot.
Ooh, rattled a little bit, Graham. A little shake of the head from Shane Van Boning, but it doesn't matter. Even Sky is having a bit of a grin as well. They've taken this opening set 4-0. And they've got one step closer to a place in the quarterfinals. Looks like Team A are just going to take a short break, and I would suggest Graham Hickman and myself, Gethin Davis, will do the same. And we'll be right back for the conclusion, or rather the start of the second set, which will be our men's doubles event. Don't go anywhere, we will be right back. Well, a warm welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the WPA Teams World Championships event brought to you by Predator. You join us back for the start of the second set of this losers qualification, a place in the quarterfinals between USAA and USAB. My name is Gethin Davis. Joining me back in the box, my good friend and colleague, Graham Hickman. Welcome back for the second set, sir.
Yes, indeed. What about that for a first set? Perfect pool for Team A. Team B needs to step it up this one. Try and take a few of the chances that came their way. Otherwise, it could be a bit of a steamroll. Got to start by breaking and getting the ball off the table, and that's what Tyler's done. Does have a shot there. Not straightforward, but he is at the table. So Dominguez. Yeah, does he go aggressive here? He's looking.
He's certainly looking like it.
Yeah, where he was putting the cue ball though, Gethin, that tells me if he is going to play aggressive, he's going to have to jack up, because potting it plain ball, it's not going to go where he was lining up. So he is playing it forward, because he's going dead weight. Well, he is going dead weight, Gethin. How about this? Wow, put all the eggs in one basket. Surprising.
Ooh, I'm not sure that was the best of decision making for the Big O there from California. Looks like it will be the South Dakota kid up first, or will it? Very aggressive, Graham. Maybe too aggressive.
It's one of those, isn't it? I mean, if he makes it, it was a great shot, wasn't it? But as he stuck it up, you know, we can criticize, but we're not in the arena feeling the pressure, and we don't know what he was thinking in terms of how he's feeling. Maybe he's feeling super confident. Was the only way to play it, though. If he was going to leave a shot on the two, I think playing at any kind of pace wouldn't work. But I've lost the cue ball a little bit here. His two is obviously very makeable. I think he's wondering, can he draw it into the three ball, or would he go past it?
I'm not sure how that cue ball ran through the 4 and the 3. It didn't touch a whisker on the way through, which is why the cue ball's landed where it has. I don't think... I'm just wondering if Shane was looking if the cue ball would run up against the 4.
I think he can cinch this into the 3. No, maybe not. Just drifted past, so leaving Shane a bit of a cutback. Pretty. Yeah, hard work's been done here.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Graham, and well, if they're able to straight away punish the first mistake from their opponents, it's really going to send a message across the bow for this second set. We know we've been privileged to seeing these two playing together. Not much communication needed going on between Sky and Shane either.
No, they've played many doubles matches, obviously through Moscone and over the years. They know each other's game inside and out. A little bit short here on the 7. We'll probably have to play this up and down the middle. Don't think he can hold this, so doesn't have an extension anymore. Needs his extension on his cue though, which he can have for free.
As long as he doesn't take 30 seconds to put it on.
Exactly. He's going to send the cue ball on a bit of a journey here. Oh dear. Oh, how about this?
Is that going to work out? Is that going to work out, Graham? I think it has.
It's quite incredible. Quite incredible. Totally misjudged that. Didn't want to hit the 8 ball, but it's worked out an absolute treat for SVB. So much table to work with here. Well, Skyler's got to lean over this 10 ball, I think, a little bit. Shouldn't be a problem, but he's going to lean over it. Yeah. He's saying
This is real teamwork here.
you might have to use the rest animals. Okay.
Shane's like, back a bit, back a bit.
Telling him to suck in, breathe in, breathe in. Having a laugh with Savannah as well there. It's good that we've got a bit of humour. These are all good friends, all 6 players.
Yeah. Of course, it's business, and there is money out there up for grabs, but great spirit. And that's what we've really been getting out of this team's event. And, I mean, at least this time we can hear what they're saying and understand what they're saying between themselves. Some of the banter going on between the other teams I'm just unable to pick up on. Talking of that, just giving you a few updates from the other tables. Indonesia are locked at 2 apiece in their opening set still against Vietnam. Poland are really pushing on strong here, Graham. They lead 3-0 in their second set, and they lead 1-0. And Philippines have taken the opening set against Chinese Taipei, and they're kicking off their second as we speak now. So, back to Jalo Kotinurmi from Finland. Our referees have been doing a fantastic job, been keeping them on their toes.
Yeah,
Shane up to break.
some good teams in this event, isn't there, Gethin? I think it goes under the radar a little bit when you're just calling out the teams, but boy, there's some incredible players, as per the announcement at the start. World-class players, world champions for one as well. Oh, nearly got that 3 ball in the corner. He's left a bit of a sniff here. This one does cut into the side.
I think it does. And yeah, I just second what you say, Graham. The lineup in this event, 68 players, so many champions, world champions. A lot of them here to play in the men's and women's event that took place in the opening 6 days. And they're still here for this team's event, and I don't think I've seen a stronger lineup.
No, it's great to see so many players travelling far and wide, even more than the one last year, sorry. Maybe it doesn't go on the side, Gethin. He's trying to get cover. He hasn't got it. Don't know how full he can hit the one, yeah, where he's putting his finger. That's SVB telling Sky, saying, I want the cue ball right there, please. Let's see if he delivers. I should call him enforcement. There we go.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think, if my memory serves me correctly, his nickname is the Bluegrass Badass, which is not a bad one.
There you go, that's a mouthful. But yeah, I tell you what, he's also a bit of a tricky spot here. Could be a scratch on if he doesn't catch this right. And he's also hampered a little bit. Let's just come in and have a look.
Are you thinking if there's a different rail he can come off, because that 2 is really upsetting his queuing if he wants to go for the 1 rail crossbank?
Yeah, I like this option better, Gethin. Good call, use a different rail because the scratch is so big the other way. Obviously more table to travel here. But give it a little bit of pace. Yeah, not a bad hit. How's your luck? Not so good this time, though.
Ooh, and I think now that 2 is just out in the open enough to play the combination onto the 3 if he feels so necessary. Where the cue ball is now would be quite nice.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. He's got a nice angle here as well. Shane plays these shots so well. He's got so good cue ball control. That'll still work fine. He's got a choice here. He can just drop this in dead weight, kind of guarantee a shot on the 2, or he could play a bit of a draw shot. Maybe pot them both. He's telling him to put it right in the corner. Draw the cue ball a little bit to the right side. Yeah, he's playing a dead weight just to guarantee the shot. This is the one that needs a bit of care. even though it's over the pocket, Gethin, it's always a little bit tricky, isn't it? Just to sometimes judge the speed.
Yeah, we've seen a few just catch the topspin and freeze up. Judged that one very nicely, and that's teed up Sky very nicely to come over for the 5 as well. And Team USAA looking rather authoritative so far in this match. Tyler and Oscar looking on, can't do anything from their chairs. You shouldn't be expecting many mistakes to come from this duo either. You feel that Oscar and Tyler really need to take it to them. I'm not too sure they're going to win the battle of the safety game either.
Yeah, I definitely think it's all going to come down to those chances. Maybe being a little bit aggressive, but maybe a little bit of luck as well. Always plays a part in these games, but you don't want to give these guys too much table time. Not sure what they're talking about. Whose shot is it? Plenty of time on the shot clock though.
They're having a good chat. Oh, has to bring it around the 8, has done. Cue ball's just rolling up a little bit. Yeah, when there's no trouble on the table, you expect these guys to clear up every time. I have to say though, Oscar and Tyler both have the ability to go and back up aggression. I've seen both of them in the past run very, very long sweet spots, but not seen them play together, so it'll be interesting. Because you imagine if they are able to gel, they could start to put the pressure back on these two, but at the moment, Sky and Shane have taken the opening 2 racks in this second set, and they did take the first set very convincingly, 4-0, as their teammate Savannah Easton looks on. And I have to say, Graham, there's a lot to do now for Team USAB, even at this early stage.
Yeah, I mean, Shane and Sky are just so good, aren't they? Doubles. They've just played for so long. It becomes just second nature to them. Not to say that Tyler and Oscar can't play either. I'm sure they can. It's just you're up against such a powerhouse pair. You really have to capitalise on any sniff that you get, even the smallest. And I think when you look back on the set, on the shot before where Oscar rolled that one ball in, and maybe a bit of a loose safety or something, it does catch you out. Just fine margins at the end of the day. However, every set is still only raced to 4, and 2-0 down isn't the end of the world, but they do need to get one on the board, I feel, pretty quick, just to settle themselves in somewhat. They don't really want to put too much pressure on that mixed doubles set coming up next.
Ooh, the cue ball took a knock. It might take a second. Was always looking like threatening that corner pocket. However, dry break, and the one ball that nearly knocked the cue ball in has sat right next to the one here. Well, our 2 junior players sat down for this men's doubles set, but let me tell you, they're down to the last 8 in the Las Vegas Junior Open event, which is taking place at the same time. In fact, the next round, the quarterfinals, will be taking place after this match, and there are 6 players representing the USA in that. So very strong performance in the junior event, and I have to say that's really good signs for the future of US pool in the USA. Great stuff.
Yeah, grassroots is growing, which you would expect. Such a big nation, so many people playing pool. So when you might have time before they start to come through. But this is the kind of chance I was talking about, Gethin. You have to take these. Wow, I wonder who that is. Avid spectator in the crowd. Any guesses?
I wouldn't have a clue. I wouldn't have a clue who she was here to watch either.
I'm sure she's here to watch. Maybe Oscar. No, she's obviously a big fan of Tyler Steyer's wife. In the crowd. Great to see so many people watching, to be honest, Gethin. It just shows how much interest there is. Oh, has he overran this? Well, to get on the 5, this is going to be a problem. It might actually work in his favour, only a little bit, only because you just have to come above the 5. So I'm wondering if he can get enough into this. Can he find a path around a couple of angles to come above the 5? Could be on.
These are the ones that give a jolt of confidence into the team as well. Just when slight run out of position, always full in the face, the 7, Graham, and that's not going to work out, but a great pot.
Yeah, he just had to avoid it. Maybe he put a little bit too much pace on it. That's a good hit, though. Oh, that's not a good kiss, though. Even if it goes in, it's not any good. Well, has to be said, another mistake. Chance gone begging for USAB. Left another ball over the corner here. One good shot, you would think, to get in prime position on this 6, and could be seeing the guys on the hill here on this 3rd set get in.
I have to say, before they broke off the opening rack, if you were to ask me what I thought was going to play out in front of us, I actually thought this was going to be a really tight contested contest. Still might be. But Team USAB just not taking advantage of their opportunities, and when they have made a mistake, there's just not been the roles there for them in the same way that there has been for USAA if and when they have made one. Just kept a little bit higher.
Yeah, just as you spoke there, you mentioned the rolls. Little flick on the 8 there, unintentional. Just left hampered queuing a little bit. But as Shane Van Boning has already shown, bridging over our ball is no problem for him. That 9 ball he potted to win this first set was quite incredible. He didn't hesitate on that one either, so it's looking ominous now here in this rack.
Yeah, agreed. This 10 ball to get Team USAA to the hill in convincing fashion for the 2nd time already in this match. Skylar Woodward from Paducah, Kentucky, puts away the 10, and that will see his team get to the hill yet again without reply from their opponents. Savannah Easton sat in her chair for this one, will be loving it. She'll be back out for the next set in the mixed doubles section. Just having a quick look around at the other matches underway. Well, Team Poland have taken the 2nd set in convincing fashion against Hong Kong. Philippines just taken the opening rack in their 2nd set, leading 1-0. And Indonesia trail 1-0 against Vietnam, with the 2nd rack, the 2nd set just kicking off. Well, there's nothing Team USAB can do from their chair. Will they get back to the table in this 4th rack? Ball hasn't dropped yet, Graham.
Again. Nothing in. Don't know if he can get the edge of this Gethin. If he can, it's extremely thin. Could work in his favour though, because then the one ball won't travel as far. Just don't know if he can avoid the 9. He would have to hit it extremely thin.
Maybe a little thin clip on the 9 might help, but a thick contact with the 9 would not. So they could push if they wanted to and give the problem back to their opponents, but they could very well get it back to themselves. Just wondering if that's what they're talking about now. The timer was on 2 seconds. Players mustn't forget they're on a 30-second shot clock. They do have one extension they can call each rack. Now, Shane and Sky just having a little chat. Doesn't look like from the conversation they're going to give it back, but then I have been surprised. And yet again am. So whatever Oscar and Tyler had up their sleeve, we'll get to have a look at now.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I'm wondering, I mean, the separation is the obvious shot. Put the cue ball on the left side of the table, but the 1 is kind of going to track towards the 9. That's why he's going the other way. He might have left a shot on this 1 here.
Yeah, and as you can see from that camera angle, I'm just wondering if Sky's actually going to go for this. Ooh, you have to say that's a mistake, Graham. Needed to come either behind the 4 or the 6 and hasn't. Awkward queuing for Tyler here, though.
Tough. No, he's played it well. Needs to keep going. Needs to keep going. He's a little bit in between here. Can he thread the cue ball through the traffic in either direction? You would think the centre pocket would be the most obvious shot, but then getting on the 3, he's going to have to go to the right side of the table. Left side, sorry. So he's playing it in the top right corner.
Played it well, played it very well, leaving his teammate Tyler on this 3 ball, and they've got to get some mojo happening soon. Could this be the time for them?
Yeah, that was a great shot on the 2 ball. Well, he couldn't have put it any better really for Tyler on that 3, could he? Considering where the 8 ball was with the 7. He's actually played that really well. Still needs one more shot here though. There's a little bit of traffic.
Well, Oscar's delivered there. Brought that cue ball nicely over for the 5. That 6 looked really big where it is there, but avoided that. And really good chance after that shot.
It's been a really good first half of this rack here by USAB. A couple of shots away, 7 and the 8 is really close together, so it makes it super convenient just to do very little with the cue ball. This looks like USAB is going to get their first rack on the board really. Nothing of any great difficulty. It would only be a bit of a miscalculation or lack of focus. Yeah, it's a good shot.
Well, this 9 and 10 to keep USAB in this second set with a chance. It's winner break, so they'll have a chance at the table. But Oscar just needs to make sure of this 10. I'm sure he will. And that is their first point on the board. It's taken till the 4th rack in the second set to get it, but better late than never. And maybe, and hopefully, they can just build upon this now and get the momentum rolling. But until then, well, we're all just going to have to watch with bated breath. It will be Oscar that will take this break. He did have, I was watching during the warm-up, Graham, did take quite a few breaks and had a little inspection of the results, so he might have something up his sleeve.
Yeah, a few important breaks coming up here, though. Like you say, they stopped the rot. 7 racks in a row they lost. Had to get one on the board. It was a pretty good one as well. They'll feel good about that. Yes, the 3-1 down, but just gives them that little bit of confidence. They'd love to get a ball on the break here and try and see if they can get a break and run going. That would get them right back in this set. Big break here. Needs to keep that cue ball in a good place in the center of the table. Maybe try and get that one ball in the right-hand side.
Didn't make the one, and I was liking what you were saying, Graham. There's such a good crowd here today. Well, there has been all week, but specifically here for this USA, All-USA matchup. And you just feel if they can get the crowd on their side as well, they could really start getting the momentum, but it needs to happen from the break, and it hasn't on this occasion. And Shane with a good look at this one.
To slow down or speed up. Either one. Yeah, this is going to be, going to take the medicine here. Don't like the side shot, taken in the corner. Well, the question is, how soft can he pot this and to leave a bit of an angle on the 3, or does he leave a bank and go forward? It's a delicate one if he drops it in. That's why he's playing it with pace.
Made that look easy, Graham. That was by no way easy. Bank in the center pocket, Graham. This, freezing the cue ball, could really open up nicely for them here. Using his extension, probably recognizes this is the key shot. A good spread on the balls. 7 is next to the 8, but with lots of available pockets.
Yeah, it's a bit like it was in the last rack, isn't it? No, I was going to say a 7 and 8 was there. How's he look? SVB, not very good. This 3 ball is potable, I think.
And this could be a momentum shifter. It's on. I think it's on. The 4 looks like it's left enough of a gap. Yeah, Tyler avoided the traffic to bring it back up for the 4, and a little tap on the table from his teammate Oscar there. Where the 6 lends itself, they may not have to do too much with the cue ball, as you just saw Tyler's hand on the table there. Or was that Oscar's? I didn't quite catch it. Oh, it was Oscar's. Just showing Tyler where he would like the cue ball off the, or like to at least get shape off the 6 for the 7. It'll be him actually playing for that.
Yeah, I think, well, 7 does go on the side, you would think. And he's got quite a good angle from 5 to 6 here. He could always play into them and try and open something up, but might just be able to leave a nice angle and pop this 6. He's going to get close to his work. Looks pretty okay, maybe. We'll see from the different camera angle in a moment. See how much angle he's working with. Well, the fact that Oscar's putting his hand there, Gethin, tells me he's quite nice. You can play above it in the bottom right as well.
Needs to be careful. It's a small window up the short side. Ooh, maybe just a ball roll further than he anticipated, but found the gap and has left Tyler in with the shot. It's a difficult one. I'm just wondering if he doesn't fancy it. He could freeze that cue ball up behind the 8, but no. They want to keep this momentum in their half of the court. Whoa. Again. Made that look easy. And this is not a bad chance. Scoreline's moving fast and furious, Graham.
Yeah, it's just what they needed, isn't it? Maybe a few mistakes or a little bit of a chink in the armour, and then they had to capitalise, and that's exactly what they've done. Like I say, get back to 3-2 with another chance at the table on a break. Keeps them alive in this. Starting to become a little bit big this set now.
And they're just smiling a little bit more, Graham. That's always a good sign. Both teams looking to get a place in our quarterfinals, which will take place at the last matches of today, 5:30 local time. Germany, Great Britain, Austria and Spain have already booked their place. And on the other tables, looking to book their places, well, Indonesia have just taken the opening rack of the second set against Vietnam. Vietnam are leading 1-0. Team Poland are looking in formidable form. They're now 2-0 up in the third set, and they lead 2-0. Real strong stuff, Graham. And Philippines are locked 2 apiece in their second set against Chinese Taipei, but they lead 1-0. And if you want to keep up to date with the scores as they're coming in live, please do visit ProBilliardSeries.com. Tyler Steyer to break. Needs to win this rack to take it to a hill decider in this second set.
He makes a ball this time. The 8 ball isn't going to spoil the fun. He's going to have an open look at the 1. This is just what they needed. Ball off the break, open table, and a shot at the 1. Trifecta in effect.
Yeah, and there's no real clusters. The 6 and the 7 are close together. The 4 and the 5 are too, Graham, but there's many pockets for them to go, and they're not obstructing each other.
Yeah, this is a shot really. I'm going to put a bit of a draw on this. Try and get under the 9, unless he goes above the 9. Oh, he's just managed to get there.
Little favourable flick, Graham. Maybe a few of the rolls are just starting to even themselves out as well. This is really looking positive for USAB.
Yeah, they're getting a little bit of a spring in this step, in this set, just when it was needed. And this could become quite an important set. Well, I mean, every set's important, obviously, but all of a sudden they were looking at a 4-0, 4-0, 2 set down deficit. Could be a bit of a shell shock for USAA if they were to lose this set. I'm sure the Dominguez And Stey up here would love to keep them in the chair for the remainder of this set. That would be a great way to come back from 3-0 down.
Agreed. And to do it in a break and run fashion, well, that just makes it a little bit sweeter. And, well, the 9 is positioned in quite a nice place for getting back down for the 10. Really, only an unforced error should be the difference between Hill and not.
Yeah, definitely. I think when you look at the stats as well, kindly done by our good friend Michael Salmon. Thanks for the stats. If you look at the break success percentage, USAA in the match 14% compared to 67% USAB. It's quite remarkable what the score is, really, when you look at it that way. Just goes to show you have to take your chances when they come. That's exactly what they're doing right now. What a twist in this set, Gethin.
Amazing. And, well, as you said, the potential of losing the first 2 sets 4-0, 4-0 can really put some heads down. Bringing it back from 3-0 in the second set to 3 apiece not only gives a bit of belief, but more importantly, just asks a few questions of Team USAA. They've not been in this position yet. They sort of had it their own way in the opening set. So, a break and run, and that might, if it gets ordered up again, that might give USAA a chance in the second set. So Graham, big swing, real big swing, and you do feel a little bit more of a bounce in the step, as you said.
Yeah, but now becomes even bigger than it was before because there's been so much investment from both teams into this set. Whoever wins it could have a bit of momentum going into the next one. You would think if somehow Team USA, Team A, could steal this back, could that be a bit of a nail in the coffin for this match potentially? But another dry break here. Oh, a bit of a cluster around that centre part of the table. Look at the one, but it doesn't go down the rail. But I'm almost certain that USAA will be glad to come back to the table at least.
Yeah, in the opening set, USAA did get the better of the safety battles. We could see another one of them just developing. This is a crucial part of the second set, Hill. And the difference between taking the third set with a 2-0 lead compared to coming into it 1 apiece is massive.
Yeah, that's a little bit tricky, this. Because the way the one ball is, it does look like there could be a double kiss on. That's why he's probably punching it around a couple of rails. Yeah, I like this shot by Shane. Smart play, but is he going to get the cover? He needs to pull up. He's left to look at the one. Tyler bringing his jump cue because he thought he might be in a spot of bother. But I think he can actually hit this. Depends how much and what he can do with it.
He may fancy jumping it and going for the one full-blooded. He's called it.
Yeah, it's interesting because where the 3 ball is, 4 ball is potable. Obviously, you're going to get 1 and 2 first, but he's going for the attack here. Maybe attack with a bit of safety. Wasn't a bad jump, but He has left a shot on this one, and what he's also done, Gethin, he's left the one in such a way you would think Skylar would bump into the 3 ball here if he does go aggressive. If he does draw it, he could go forwards if it does go past the 10. But if not, yeah, I don't know if it goes past the 10. That would change everything if it does. No. He's going to hit the 8 ball here. Stay.
Graham. Well, where that has landed just makes it that bit trickier to take this cut on. If it had stopped a bit shorter, I think Oscar would have been licking his lips, but now maybe a different story.
He didn't have much choice, did he really? Played a good shot there. He has left a bit of a kick shot for Shane. Could actually find himself in a spot of trouble here if Shane catches this right. And interestingly, he's going to the right rail. Kind of thought he might go from the bottom side. Maybe try and catch the one. He's probably scared of pushing the one to the top right corner, so going this way for maybe more calculated percentage of safe. 2 rails.
Not a bad hit, Graham, and hasn't sold out, so to speak. Thin cut on the one past the 10, but I doubt he's going to take that on. It looks like he's going to push the cue ball up behind the 3-5 here, and that's not a bad play. Hill.
Yeah, this will have to be a 3-wheel kick because he's left them right up against that 5. Calling the side and try and catch it from behind. If he does catch it well from behind, on either edge, good things can happen. Has to hit it though. And he hasn't. Gethin, that's a mistake. Wow, what a chance for USAB here. Just having a quick look at the 3-5. Referee watching there like a hawk. Yeah, misjudged that by some way. He was trying to catch it from the long rail into the back of the 1.
Yeah, it was a difficult escape. You always fancy these players to just catch an edge or something, but now ball in hand to Team USAB, and not long ago, Graham, they were 3-0 down in this set.
Yeah, it's amazing how things have turned around, and here's one for you, Gethin. That was the first foul by Sky in this set as well. In the whole set, and what a time to make it. Right at the key point. They are going to play this combo.
Well, testament to Oscar's safety play. You have to lock up your opponent very tightly. He did that with Sky. Oh, and he's made it. And that 3 has dressed up rather nicely. Not too sure how straight it is, but
He's got a little bit, but not much. Oh, what a shot he's played there. Well, if he's
Very
perfectly
nice.
straight, he can only run towards the centre pocket. Okay, the 6 ball is a little bit ever so slightly to the right side of the table. If you were to draw a line between the middle diamonds, just don't know how much topspin, how much angle he has. Oh, he had more than enough. Doesn't want to be straight on this 6 though.
it's come down quite a way, Graham. Tyler might have to put a bit of a shot on this.
Yeah, if he can avoid the 9, it's not too bad. Just let his arm go. Yeah. Needs one more. Question is, yeah, is he going to punch it off a couple of rails? If he does punch it off a few rails, yeah, he's looking near that 9 ball. might come into play. That's why he's playing maybe straight up and down, with a little bit of right-hand English. Doesn't want to be on top of the 9. He's okay, just, I think.
Ooh. Fine margins.
Well, he is bridging over the 9. This is trickier than we first thought, Gethin. Oh, what a good shot.
Very good shot. And more importantly, leaving his teammate Oscar not needing to do too much off this 9. And they would love to get into this third set at 1 apiece.
It's a bit like the 10 ball that Shane had in the first set, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dropped it in, and obviously the cue ball's a little bit easier, but yeah, what a moment, what a win to come back in this set. Incredible.
Well, Graham, if that doesn't give Team USAB a kick in the right direction, I don't know what will. They have dug deep in the second set, coming back from 3-0 down to take the second set 4-3 and tie it in sets as we lead into this third set. The third set will be mixed doubles, so both women will be up to bat. Not too sure who their partners will be yet, but we will find out in a short moment as Graham Hickman and myself, Gethin Davis, we will be back very shortly to join you for the start of our third set. Well, a warm welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this absolutely buzzing Westgate Resort and Casino just off the strip here in Las Vegas. You join us for this losers qualification match, opening of the third set, a place in the quarterfinals, Team USAA taking on USAB, and well, what looked like USAA taking the first two sets in convincing style after taking the opener 4-0. Team USAB clawed back from a 3-0 deficit to take the second set, and we now move into the third set, which is the mixed doubles, which looks like Skylar and Savannah are taking on Tyler and Sophia. My name is Gethin Davis. Joining me back in the commentating box, Graham Hickman. Well, Graham, there could be more fireworks to come, sir.
Yeah, what a set of pool that was. Total night and day. Contrast from start to finish. And looking at the stats, when Team USAA was 3-0 up in the set, they were already shooting at a 926 rating versus, well, a 556 rating for Team USAB. But it ended up finishing USAB on 878 to USAA 818. So massive swings in that set completely. Just goes to show how one shot or one rack can, well, change everything. And I'm sure both teams are still feeling, well, confident, but it's a big difference from 2-0 to 1-1, that's for sure.
Absolutely, Graham. And well, with the scoreline the way it is in this best of 5 sets, we will definitely be going to a fourth set, and that will mean the player who is sat in their chair right now will be playing the singles.
Yeah, so maybe a little bit of a thought process there from both teams, thinking what's the best way to go with the mixed doubles and the singles. As you say, the player who plays in the men's doubles and the mixed doubles, they can't play in the singles if you play them both. This set now becomes really, really critical for both teams. Oh, that's a great shot, bridging down as well. Don't go behind the 3-7, sorry. Oh, that's all right. Good shot that, from that bridging. Made that look easy.
Not bad at all. I'm a young lady from Sarasota, Florida, teaming up with Tyler Steyer, who hails from Vernon, over in the wonderful state of Wisconsin. And then we've got a few viewers joining us from over there. I hope you're having fun. I hope you're enjoying the action. We certainly are. And yeah, Sophia and Tyler will be really looking to get Team USAB out in the lead here. Couldn't play that better, Graham.
Well, shots like that, they're going to put some serious pressure on USAA. Yeah, she played that extremely well. Spot of bother here, because the 3's just landed in a not a favourable place either. Call his extension, I don't blame him. This is not easy. Try and go from top side down. He's going to have to play this with a bit of left. Calling the corner just in case. It's always worth calling something in the direction you're heading, especially in 10 ball. Just on the off chance it does go in. That's good contact though.
It was a very good contact, Graham. And if the 3 had avoided the 7, could have left Team USAB in trouble. But now, well, Tyler's got to look at it, but the top right pocket doesn't seem available.
No, I don't think so. We're trying to roll up behind. Yeah, that's what he's trying. He's got there, I think. Yeah, looks good. He might have even covered the short rail as well, Gethin. I don't know if Savannah can go in between the 9 and 4 here. I don't think she can. That's the problem.
cue ball is glued to the 7. So the Roadrunner calling the bottom left pocket, possibly for insurance, really looking to make the hit here. Oh, and has. And is going to get distance between the two, Graham.
Distance and a hook. Get in. How about that? What a result that is. Great shot. Brilliant. Take that. Well, is there an extreme edge here? Sophia. There must be. It looks like she's going straight at it. Could leave a shot on here. Yeah, this is for Team USAA. Nice position to get on the 4 as well.
Looks like the 5 ball has both bottom corner pockets available, which makes decision making on this next ball a little bit easier. Or does it? Maybe that 6 is spoiling the party.
I think it does go. I think Sky had already indicated it's over that side of the table. She's played this really well. Have to be straight. Just off straight, but you can work with that.
So difficult playing across the potting line. Most players do like to have a big space to aim into. She's played that really well. Well, let's not hide from the fact Team USAA have lost 4 racks in a row in that second set. So we were talking about stopping rot, which USAB did to full effect. Now it's their turn, and they're giving themselves a good chance to do it.
Yeah, this is good stuff. Savannah and Sky. Yeah, nicely done. Savannah, Sky and Shane all starting with S. I wonder if that was deliberate. Maybe just coincidence.
Good point.
This has been a good rack so far. Really played some good shots here. Well, flawless positional shots by all of them, really. By both of them, I should say. Nice to get one on the board early, and as you say, get in. Important time to stop the rot.
Yeah, well, it was their turn to be sat in their chairs for a while, and they've come back out and delivering early on in this third set, taking the opening rack, and well, we already have a result coming in from the arena, Graham. Team Poland have taken a 3-0 comfortable win over Hong Kong. They must have played out of their skin. Indonesia are trailing 3-2 in their second set against Vietnam, and they also trail 1-0. And on the remaining losers qualification match, again looking for a place in the quarterfinals, Philippines are 2-0 in sets up against Chinese Taipei. It looks like they're getting the third set underway shortly.
Yeah, Poland getting, they dropped 2 racks in that match. Only absolute steamroll. Must have been some good stuff there.
Yeah, all players in that team going quite deep in the Women's and Men's Open. And well, we just seem to, at every tournament, see a few of the Polish players going deep. A lot of talent coming out of there. And as I mentioned, a lot of talent coming out of America at the moment. 6 USA players making it into the quarterfinals of the Las Vegas Junior Open. There is 1 Indonesian and 1 Canadian. And that round, the quarterfinals, will be kicking off after these team matches. believe it will be 3:30 local time in Las Vegas. Now, Sophia, I've had a look at that 3:10. I'm just saying, looks like she was going to try and run into them, but has come underneath it. Just wondering if there was a gap to pass that 5 they were looking at.
Yeah, I think he did. She would love to have been a better angle on this, but let's go. If not, there's a good safety option on. Yeah, that's what he's playing. There's a good safety. USAB.
Well, this is what they did against Sky in the last rack of our second set, and it really did tie him up in knots. This isn't locked against the 7, but tricky nevertheless, especially where that 10 ball is.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Sit
And he
down.
actually, and he played that in a way in the rail, digging down with bottom right spin to bend it back towards the 3. What a shot he's played there, I tell you what. Incredible that.
Yeah, the original camera angle, Graham picked up on that. The 10 looked like it was going to be in the way, so he had to put that swing on it. Wow.
Would love to capitalise here, or at least try to make the most of it.
Yeah, it just didn't fall nice for Savannah, and she's done well there. Put distance between the balls. Okay, there is a chance for USAB and Mast to put them in trouble. It's probably the best that she could have got from that position. What can Sophia do here?
Yeah, this 7 ball could be a good target.
Was not far away, but the 8 may come to save the day.
Yeah, I think it has. He can't bend it either. I don't know if he can bend it round the 8. It's hard to tell. He's calling the side, so maybe he can see the edge getting for a cross bank, and we all know how good of a bank player Skylar is there. You can see he can catch the edge. Keep an eye on this one, guys.
Wasn't far away, Graham, but played it thin enough that it's come back across the table to not leave Tyler with a good real shot. He's called a ball in the bottom left, quite possibly this 4 ball. Maybe as a bit of insurance, looking to maybe bring the 5 in, I imagine.
Yeah, he's just focusing on the white ball there. He was just get the cover behind the 5. I tell you what, I didn't mind that big, but 6 ball over the corners, making it a little bit of a big pocket. Thought he might have been tempted for that. There you see a good angle. That 6 ball is quite inviting. But chose to play safe, and it's a good one. Jump here by Savannah. Needs to hit this. It does. Oh, where's the cue ball going?
Oh, 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 oh.
Oh, wow. She thought it was
That
away.
was teasing.
I think we all did. This will be a good view here. All day it looked like it was in.
And
Might
then
have an
raise of the
edge.
hand. I'm not too sure if he's going to flick it off rail first behind the 10, but that doesn't look on either.
I think there's a thin edge on the 4 here. Just try to cross bank it up towards maybe the 8. See if you can keep the cue ball down. Don't think you can thread the 4 between them. Unless she's maybe trying to play off a couple of rails, or she's going to kick it here now instead. She can't see the 4. Oh, that's a great shot.
Wow. Sophia Mast, ladies and gentlemen, pink dagger. She's been making shots like that all week. Looking very calm and composed.
There's a middle bubble for you.
Wasn't far away. It looked like it went in a little. But the pace. Yeah, he wasn't far away, Graham. But this is now turning into a great opportunity for USAB. They've worked hard to get to this position. And they've persisted with a few safeties. Looking for that mistake to pounce on. They may have it here.
Yeah, but you have to capitalise, don't you? They've been in control, played some good safes. But now they've got the chance that they wanted. 6 to 7 is going to be key. So big shot coming up here for Mast. She'd love to get a good angle on this 6. Try and get that cue ball down the table somewhat. So a little bit of work for Tyler here. Don't know how thin this is, even though it's close to the corner. Try and get on that left side of the table for the 7 in the bottom left. Will he try to thread the needle, or will he go around the table? Maybe play it with spin, head towards the 8, maybe that might be nice. Bump the 8 would be good, if he can make that angle. Wow, he's missed it completely.
Oh, he might stop short of the 10, or will he?
I thought he might have played that with running side rather than trying to draw it up the table. Go off maybe 3 rails and come down towards the middle pocket on the left side of the table. Must have thought you could have got a bit more of it. It's a pretty good kick though. Again.
Yeah.
There's a sniff though here for Savannah.
Oh, we'd gone a bit quiet then, Graham. I think it was the anticipation. And what a great result from a fantastic shot.
Yeah, this will be a blow, this Gethin, for USAB. They were in total control. And that little nudge on the 8 ball couldn't have worked out much better. This guy just has to screw this over the table a little bit. Even use the rail if he wants. Leaving it perfect. What a steal this is.
Yeah, we were just saying how hard USAB had worked in their safety department to hustle up that opportunity. They weren't able to pounce on it. An unforced error, really, from Tyler Steyer on this occasion. And that's given Team USAA the opportunity to take a 2-rack lead in this 3rd set. Now, coming up in the 4th set would be Shane versus Oscar. Now, I'm not sure who we would pick between them two. I know Shane's had more table time at this event. But I know both players would like to be coming to the table with their team in a 2-1 lead set-wise, so they're going to need to start making something happen, but it will be Skylar Woodward to break here. Team USAA looking to get to the hill again. Not that that made a difference in the 2nd set, but it certainly did in the opening. 1 set apiece, 2-0 up in this set.
Oh dear. Oh, that hasn't worked out. Scratching his head.
Reminded me of a golly ollie moment. Lauren Hardy scratching the head. made the 3. The 4 did not drop at all. And no shape. So a push shot on the 1. Left a very straight 1 on here, but might be worth going for, Graham.
Yeah, great. Bit of a strange table layout, isn't it? Plenty of problems to think about. But 1 or 2 shots could open this up. But as we've seen already, Gethin, Tyler's been quite happy to make a ball and then find a safe.
Not a bad tactic either if they don't feel the run out is on. Again, he's made a very nice straight shot.
Is there a 4-ball combo in here, Gethin? Is it all lined up for a 4-ball combo here? I think it is. Strange, but I kind of think it's on. 4 into the 5 into the 6, 2 into the 5 into the 6 into the 4. I really do think that's on.
Tyler,
I don't know if she called
to whisper some. He whispered something in her ear, and that was give her somewhere to aim for.
I think that was on, just naturally, but looked like she tried to make something. Maybe it needed a little bit of work. This does go on the side, and this is a bit of a chance now.
Yeah, it is. As long as there's a way to get out of that corner pocket where the 4 is. Maybe the 8 is in a little tricky a spot, but does pass the 7 to the center here, and he's made it, Graham.
It's a little bit, needs a bit of care, this. Just trying to, you don't want to hit that 6-ball, so got to catch this 4 thin enough. Anywhere in the middle of the table will work.
Oh, I like the way she did that. Avoiding catching a rail and any unwanted side, just screwing it cleanly back.
He's got a little bit of handpad queuing, just ever so slightly. He might have an elongated bridge here. He's okay. Put this anywhere in the middle of the table again, really. Yeah, so much table to work with. Key shot's going to be 7 to 8 here. As you can see, the 9-ball does go past the 10 in the bottom right. Don't think it goes in the bottom left, so position on this 8 is crucial. That's why they're talking, where do you want to be on the 8, and I like where they were looking to go above the 8. Means that Savannah can be a little bit low on this 7 and everything should be okay. Yeah, smart choice. This guy's probably going to go off 2 cushions here. Love to be pretty straight on this 8-ball. He wants to leave this as easy as possible for Savannah. Love to get ball in hand. How's the pace? Needs to run though, Gethin.
It does. Is there a sting left in the tail in this 3rd rack? They're not easy when you're tracing past the center pocket.
It's quite short, actually. I'm surprised he didn't find that 2nd rail. Unless it does go in the bottom left. We'll find out in a moment. Oh, what a shot. Is it going to get there? It's going in the bottom left. Well, I tell you what, Gethin, under the pressure, everyone watching, full credit there. That was a fantastic shot on the 8.
Yeah, and after that great 8, Savannah Easton steps back up for a much more simpler 10-ball. And yet again, Team USAA, for the 3rd time in this match, have taken a 3-0 lead. This time it's the 3rd set, and they're on the hill with no reply yet from their counterparts, USAB. So this is looking very good for them, but we were in a similar spot to this before, Graham. As we just take a look out across the other tables, I mentioned Team Poland have booked themselves a place in the quarterfinals, beating Hong Kong convincingly 3-0. Over on the other table, Indonesia are locked at 3-3 in the second set. But they do trail 1-0 against Vietnam. And Philippines are flying along in their third set. They're leading 2-0 against Chinese Taipei and also lead 2-0. So Philippines looking to take authority in their match as well. Savannah Easton to break. Team USAA on the hill in this mixed doubles third set.
Yeah, and a chance to take control here. As you see there, the 8-ball dropped in the side. So, choice for Sky here. There is a bank on if he wants to go aggressive. 3-0. They don't want to have a deja vu moment from the last set, so they would love to try and just put this one to bed.
I think he was just looking now at playing a thick edge and bringing the cue ball between the long rail and the 10. Oh, that might have come down a bit too far to leak an edge. But a lot of distance between the two.
Yeah, I think it's okay. He might have an edge, like you say. Well, there you go. Elevation tells you a jump is coming. Watch the cue ball. Oh, there's a cue ball.
Oh.
Wow,
I'm
little
lost
smile
for
by
words,
today.
Graham.
Yeah, that was a bit brutal. I mean, you don't hit. That's probably as good a jump as you'll ever see today. Here's a perfect view
Let's
of
look at
this.
that on the replay.
Wow.
That's very unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do? He's gone all in on the jump, and I don't think anybody expected to see the cue ball travel in the corner. That's pool. What a chance for American Team A. Well, to get another 4-0 set, getting quite remarkable stuff we're seeing here.
Well, I like what you said at the beginning of this rack. We don't really want any deja vu moments, any reckless shots, because we know what USAB are capable of. They already did it once and dug deep in the second set. I'm sure they're fully prepared to do it in this set. But you have to say, Team Eastern Woodward looking very good at taking this. Well, it would be very comfortable 4-0 third set win. But you have to say, take nothing away from their opponents. They've played great pool and some good safeties.
Yeah, big shot here though, Gethin. A 5-ball position by Savannah just meant that Sky couldn't do a lot with this, so she's put a bit of a stroke on this.
Oh.
That's
Was
not
unlucky
terrible.
to catch that 10.
Another shot needed though. This is a big moment. This is not a gimme. Sky likes to play with side. He could play this with. Well, I don't like the draw shot. Playing on a couple of rails. I kind of prefer playing it with right-hand English.
He's just said to Savannah, "You got any ideas?"
He's going to play this with right-hand spin. Try and go up table. Drift the cue ball over to the left side above the 9. Well, can't he even get there? I don't know.
He's got to go
Slide
for it.
Going to try and needs to avoid the 10 or go around the 10 here, depending how much he catches.
Oh, Oscar was looking over. He wanted to know if that cue ball was going to avoid the 10. It didn't.
Big bank. This is a huge shot here. She makes this shot. 2-0 lead potentially.
Oh, Savannah Easton, the girl from Las Vegas, will have the home crowd. Makes a great double, but the cue ball has just tracked down onto the cushion, Graham, and that's going to make a very tricky Scott for Woodward here.
Yeah, big shot this. Hold on your hats. Oh, miles away. Being on the cushion. That was about a pressure shot for young Mast here. This is a big shot. If she rolls it in, kind of not pocket speed, but if she puts it natural, it's the scratch on. Will she have to put a little bit on this? Don't know if it might need a little bit of a stun.
I don't even think that cue ball is a ball's distance off the rail, and that's going to make putting a bit of premise on this shot that bit trickier.
Yeah, she's got to stun it. Why she'll scratch in the corner. Oh my God. That was millimeters. What a great effort.
Graham, you could not get closer than that. Look at this on the replay. The focus on Mast's face. Yeah.
Tyler's face. He knew how close that was. Absolutely millimeters.
Well, let's not hide from the fact that that has given Team USAA the third set and puts them back out into the lead. They now lead 2-1. We will move through to our set 4, the singles event, but it must be someone who didn't play 2 of the previous sets in the doubles. And that would be Shane, and that would be Oscar Dominguez. So the South Dakota kid facing off against the Big O. Another big matchup. These teams' events are delivering. And a very important match at the stage with USAA in a position to take the match in this set. And a must-win for USAB to take us through to a 5th and deciding set, which, well, all I'm going to say is it's titled Shootout.
Yeah, big match coming up. Doesn't get any tougher than playing SVB, but Oscar's no stranger to big games. He's more than capable, that's for sure. Whichever way you look at it, it's still going to come down to the break, and it's still going to come down to taking the chances that you may or may not get. You just have the break to start. Makes a ball in the side cue ball.
Oscar willing that cue ball to stay up. It's worked. But is he hooked on this one? It's tight, Graham. I think he is from the posture. Oscar.
Yeah, he could bend it a little bit, Gethin, but yeah, you might be able to see the far right edge of the one. But he's looking up table for a push out, maybe. He's trying to put the 8-ball in trouble. I think he tried to mess something up there, because he could have put the cue ball there just on its own without actually hitting the 8. So he must have tried to cause a problem there with the 8-ball.
Well, there is one more ball down at that half of the table to aim behind. He's not gone for the 8 here, he's gone for the 10 and the 3. Looks like he's got it. And that 9 ball may be hampering more easier escape here.
Be in trouble here. Shane's got some options. Does he want to try to... Could even bring the 4 into play a little bit more if it doesn't go on the side and still get cover maybe. A little flick on the 4 wouldn't be too bad. Maybe tried it. I think that's what he tried, Gethin. Just a little flick off the 4, open it up. And the 1 ball still would have been fine.
Yeah, Oscar. Just having a look. Can he just miss this 4 ball for a 1 rail escape? Or can he just miss the center pocket and 2 rail escape?
Yeah, it's hard to tell, isn't it? It looks like he might, but he definitely hit the rail below the 4. Don't know if that angle. I think he's going to put a ball safe here. Put something on top of the 10. Tells you how tricky that safety was. He's played it really well. Ball in hand for Shane. I mean, of course, Shane can try to make something happen. Ball in hand, he might be able to. Could leave an angle high on the 2 where he's putting his cue there, yeah, and just go into the 3. Can't be super attacking Shane. That's what he's done.
Straight away. Had to. 3 ball after this 2. And that 3 ball is locked currently.
Yeah, I just don't see. Unless he can bump the 3 to the right side of the table a little bit. That's why he's played it with pace. I think just flicking off the 3 wasn't going to help him. It is possible. Yeah, just because of where it is, you see the 3 didn't move so much. It was a bit of a funny one to open up. He can't make the 3. Oh wow, he's going to try and stun this under the 8. Goodness me. Talk about 10 out of 10 for difficulty.
Well, he could get good cue ball here, in the sense that if he were to miss it and the 3 stayed down there, that 8 and 10 may come into play.
There should be some shot this if he's digging down. Going forward. Maybe he's playing the bank on the 4 maybe. Unless he can avoid the 10 and go high. I think he's playing the bank on the 4. Don't mind this shot because the 4 is off the rail. It's off the rail as well, so that means it makes the bank a little bit more possible. Just got to try and avoid the double kiss. I think he should be okay. He's playing safe.
He's got safe, yeah.
It's not a good one though.
Too much respect to his opponent, perhaps, but Oscar Dominguez more than capable of making this. The 6 is set out very nicely for him, so can just focus on this pot. Not the easiest.
Yeah, I kind of like going 3 reels here, but that's what he's tried. Oh, he's hit that all wrong. Lucky for him though, maybe. I was just going to say the cue ball was going to be in a good place, but the 4's travelled around as well, so let his arm go on that one a little bit. Misjudged it. Second chance of the cherry for Shane here. It's a run. Ooh. It's a bit short. He's got choices here. He does have a bit of a strange angle on this 6 ball. I don't know if he can pot it naturally and come off 2 rails and maybe run into the 10. That might be quite nice result if he can. Stay in a minute. Oh, he could even come inside the
underneath it.
Yeah, well judged. Looked like he had a bit more angle than that.
Nice play. You have to say, although Oscar did have a chance at that long shot, Shane has been showing much respect to him and not taking any unnecessary risks. That looks like it's benefited him in this opening rack, fourth set. Yeah, makes it. He will get the break in the second rack. And just having a quick look out across the other tables, we have Team Vietnam taken a 2-0 set lead over Team Indonesia. As I've mentioned, Team Poland have already booked their place in the quarterfinals, beating Team Hong Kong 3-0. Philippines are 2-1 up in that third set, and they lead 2-0 in sets against Chinese Taipei. And already in the quarterfinals, Germany, Great Britain, Austria, and Spain. We will have the quarterfinals of this event taking place at 5:30 local time. But in between that and this, we will have the quarterfinals of the Las Vegas Junior Open kicking off. And Sophia Mast will be playing in that as well. So there will be no rest for the wicked. All action for her today. Our referee, Jalo Kotinurmi from Finland, just taking a little bit of extra care over this hand rack, 10-ball rack. Shane Van Boning to break, leading 1 rack to 0 in the fourth set, leading 2 sets to 1. Having a look, he made a ball off the break, Graham, and that one does look like it passes the 7. This could be quite promising for the South Dakota kid.
Yeah, it was a good break. The cue ball actually stopped dead in the middle of the table. Just got a little bit of a bump. You would think one good shot here. Just going to manage the cue ball to the middle of the table. Overcut it though. Maybe it didn't go, it missed it by some way, but I think it did. The 2-ball did go in the top right as well. You just overcut that. Luckily for Shane, he overcut it. There's a 1 real kick here, I think. Don't think that 4-ball is hampering too much.
Well, he's not called the pocket I thought he was going to call. I thought he was going to call the top right as we're looking at the screen here. Didn't go in with enough pace.
Yeah, interesting one. Oh, he's left this in the side, but I don't know how much Shane's got to work with. Can he run it forward? Or will he have to draw it? He's trying to go forward, it seems. Oh, he's bobbled it in the side.
Yeah. Well, he had in the back of his mind that he could roll through to the 7 for the blue too, and there was always a chance that the 1, if he didn't pot it, would just creep past the centre pocket, which it has done. Don't know if there's not enough of a gap for Oscar to squeeze the 1 ball through. There's a little bit of a gap, Graham, just a little.
I don't know if he can squeeze it past. I think that's going to bump into the 6-ball here. I mean, he could play it into the 6. Kind of send the cue ball, send the 1 and the 6 away and try to tuck it in behind the 5 maybe. Just going to play the slow roll. Yeah, that's what he's tried. I like that shot.
Oh, he's done well there. He's done very well there, and the 6 is tied up on the 10. Very useful shot, Graham.
Yeah, he's put Shane in a bit of trouble here. Not so much the hitting of the 1, but to his extension. Just seeing how much room he's got. He'd love to catch this 1 in such a way to either send it back up table, or can you catch it thin enough? Send the cue ball up. Might put a little bit on this. Nice, going for a delicate one. Risky business.
Oh, he can play the combination here. The 10 will be respotted, and he will continue. Ooh, okay. Decided to play topspin and got spread. Cue ball has run on to this long rail. Maybe just hanging off it by a little, but this is this is not an easy one ball here.
Yeah, I wonder if the 2 goes in the top left. Can you just drop this in? I think he can. Goes in both corners, so this is not too bad. He can just stun this over and play the 3 past the 5 in the left-hand centre. This is a pretty good chance now.
Oh, it was tight, Graham. It was tight. I'm not even sure he had the whole pocket on. Just caught the 7.
Yeah, I think he had enough there really to work with. Catching the 7 is a bit of a mistake. He had plenty of room as well to get on the 3. He'd be so annoyed there. You could tell by his reaction. Shane going attacking here, I think. He's missed it though. He's played at just enough pace to not stick it up.
Little back and throw here in the second rack, Graham. Could be an important second rack.
Yeah, a few chances of going begging here, haven't they? Both players have had chances. You would have to feel it's bigger for Oscar than for Shane, but you don't want to start missing too many chances. How's the pace here? He's overhit this. Has he left it? Don't know if he has.
Oh, that's close. That's close. Oh, I think he has. Or does he just need to go over the edge?
I think he might just be okay. I think he can pot this. Maybe with a little bit of left-hand spin. Might see the cue ball spin a little bit. Well, that's not ideal. I don't know if he's got handbag queuing here, getting. This puts extra pressure. Both players have missed a few chances here, so it's building in this rack, as you said, and it starts to become... Oh, he can get his hand in. That changes everything. Big shot this. Oh, what a shot. Needs to slow up though. He would have loved to have been straight so he could drop that in. This is not ideal.
The line looks a little naughty as well, Graham, where it's situated. I don't know if that's something that might come to change the pattern in this rack. Ooh, but first of all, you need to have shape on the 5, Shane.
Yeah, he's got an edge, but can't do much with it. That cue ball running onto the rail for the 4 caused a problem. Don't think he can cut this in. He can't cover.
Needs to get cover because that 5 is dressed up quite nicely next to that centre pocket. And this, you have to say, is the chance that Oscar needs to take.
Yeah, Shane will be fuming. That was a big mistake there, and he didn't really play that safety shot very well. Left a nice window. That 9 ball you just mentioned a moment ago could be the big one in this rack.
A lot of cheering going on in the background, Graham. Clearly, there are more than just this match heating up out there. Sounds like a few pots are bubbling over. Great stuff here at the Westgate Resort and Casino.
He's just going to bump this 9, I think. Needs to work out. It has. It's pretty okay. Not perfect, but better than it was. Yeah, I think that screaming Gethin was the Philippines. Just getting over the line. 3-0.
Yeah, great result for them. Clearly in the party mood as well. They've booked their place in the quarterfinals. This match still yet to be decided as Oscar Dominguez brings the scoreline back to 1 apiece and will get the break in this 4th set. However, Team USAB do trail 2 sets to 1. This a must-win set for them. And as Graham mentioned, Philippines, yes indeed, taking a 3-0 victory over Chinese Taipei. Vietnam have a 2-0 lead over Indonesia and have taken the opening rack in their 3rd set. So just 2 more teams looking to book their place in the quarterfinals. And following on from this round of matches, we will be moving in to the quarterfinals of the Las Vegas Junior Open. And also, don't forget to set your reminders, because tomorrow is semi-final finals day, full day of the real business end of these 2 events. Just waiting for our referee, J-Lo Kotinumi. Just having a little word with Oscar. Not too sure what that's about.
I don't know. Obviously discussing something. Didn't look to be of any kind of heated debate, but clearly having a conversation about something.
Well, it was a bit blurry, but either the 9 or the 1 took a severe rattle in the centre pocket, but it didn't drop. And actually, no balls have dropped. Shane Van Boning out of his chair, locked on this 1. So probably be playing a push here, Graham.
Yeah, I think that looks logical. I think, well, you don't even think you can see any edge of the 1 at all, so he's looking up the table. And where the 2 ball is, yeah, he's kind of maybe leaving a bit of attempt at, or some kind of teasing shot for Oscar to have a look at, or he might feel like he's got a plan himself.
He's just manoeuvring the 10 ball. And, wow, I'm not too sure he's left an edge after that push shot either, so Oscar may give this back to Shane. I'm not too sure if he should sit down. Oh, no, he will not be giving it back to Shane.
His cue ball. Oh my goodness. That is a
Ouch.
big mistake. Yeah, that was a big mistake.
And look where the 1 and the 2 are dressed up now. Shane's opener is looking very promising. Just having a look at the 4-5. There's a big gap between them. But Shane just looking to develop that a little bit more. Done that very effectively, using the 10 as a blocker for shape on the 2 as well.
One or two good shots here. Just needs to get a good angle on this 3. Oh, he's played that really well. Really good angle here. You can stun this over to the left side. I don't think it goes past the 5. And I'd much prefer to be on the left side of the table than a combo from that angle. All about the pace, this.
Needs it to run on a bit more. It hasn't, Graham, and that's now turned into a very tricky shot for Shane by his own making.
Yeah, I think he's... Well, it looks like he's going offensive here. Oh, he's changing his mind. He does have a good option for a safety behind the 5. But Shane does like to attack, especially where the balls are.
You feel if he was to make this and get shape on the 5, he would look to take this third rack. It's a big shot to take on. Oh, it rattled Graham and it did not drop. And that is now a chance to Oscar.
Yeah, millimetres away really. We did catch it a bit fat. Like you see, this is becoming quite a big moment again. Chances are going begging by both players. Ball in hand there for Shane. He's not going to be happy with that at all. Oscar got a chance here to turn the screw, put some pressure on.
Ooh, that could have done with running on a bit more, Graham. That's sort of 50-yard line territory. And,
Yeah,
well, should make this and find shape on the 7. But this is a big part of the match. And he has played that very delicately.
yeah, important shot coming up here. Needs to have an angle on this 8. Doesn't want to be straight on this 8.
Oh, played that confidently. Gets a good, well-deserved ripple of applause from this crowd here in Las Vegas. And Oscar Dominguez takes the lead in this 4th and must-win set for USAB. He sits down in his chair next to his teammates Sophia Mast and Tyler Steyer, having a bit of banter. But it's really getting towards the business end of this match now. I did mention coming up after this will be the quarterfinals of the Las Vegas Junior Open. Sophia Mast will be performing in that, and coming up on this table, you have to say one of the favorites in the junior event. A young man by the name of Albert Yanuata takes on the American Robert Orta. Yanuata winning all of his matches 2-0, but I have to say, so is Sophia Mast. So some strong young guns coming through in that event. And that will be following on from this as Oscar Dominguez returns to the table. He finds himself leading 2-1 in this fourth set. And Team USAB trail 2-1 in this best of 5.
Yeah, it's another dry break. Such an interesting set, this. Chances have gone for both players multiple times, multiple racks. But 2-1 is the lead, as you say. There's a bit of an issue. He's going to have to play push out here. Probably somewhere down the bottom left table, but I'd be surprised if Oscar doesn't take a good look at this. There's plenty of balls to hide behind. Just depends if he likes the leave from Shane or not. If he doesn't, he'll give it back.
Just wondering if you can play the 1 ball down to where the cue ball is now and then roll into the 6, because that 2 and 7 look rather big. Oh, he's giving it back. Do you know what? I'm not sure I would have given it back at that point.
Yeah, I think he's just going to double the 1 up behind the 6, try and get that cue ball behind the 4, I think. Oh, he's using the 4 even. If it runs behind the 9, it's going to leave an edge.
I think the 3 is blocking the pathway. If he had more than an edge, I don't think the pot is on. Don't forget the shot clock, Oscar. Yeah, he just calls the extension. Does creep up on you. Nothing is jumping out at me here, Graham.
Yeah, he's obviously going to have to play an edge. He might try to get the cue ball out of the traffic or play a slow one, but yeah, I think slow was the only option. He needs to get cover here though, and he has done. He's played that really well. Shane does have a 1 real kick. If he catches this pretty full, doesn't have to go crazy with the speed. As long as he catches a rail, he could use this 3 ball for cover. He's going to call the side just in case. I don't think he wants it to go really. He'll have to get some cover here. He's caught it on the bottom side. He's played this well, I think. Very good shot indeed.
Yeah. That'll work. A little nod of approval from Sky there as well. Difficult to judge.
Is there a gap here? No, surely not. No, he's playing the kick. I was thinking, is there a gap? From this angle, it looks like you can get through, but it's quite deceptive. It's a pretty good hit. It was somewhat tentative. I think this goes in the bottom left corner, getting. This could be a bit of a chance for Shane here if it does go. Well, it doesn't, so we'll try and sneak it in behind this 2 maybe. Needs to catch a rail. He has done.
Not bad at all. Though, if Oscar can see the potting angle, I was going to say he may consider a jump. Doesn't look like he is. Looking at the 1 rail escape. Centre pocket. Looks like it was in his way, but clearly not.
It was another tentative one by Oscar. He likes to play these kick shots somewhat, well, like I say, tentatively. The only danger with that is when you make contact, if you don't catch it perfect, it's very highly likely that you're going to leave your opponent a shot at it. This is the 2nd rack in a row where Shane has got ball in hand. A little bit of traffic to work through. Oscar showing his frustration there.
there wasn't much traffic around the one ball either. You always felt like hitting it soft was really leaving it to the chances, but, well, ball in hand for Shane, and a good 2 to 3 here is needed.
Yeah, I think if you can just come down, even if he's a bit of short pace on this 3, you can swing it around a couple of angles, you would think.
He was.
Might be pretty straight this year. I'm not sure how much angle he does have. We'll see from the other camera angle in a moment. Don't know if he can, if he has to send the cue ball around the bottom of the table, or can he? Well, he might have to send it around the angles a little bit. Just punch this in. Yeah, bit of distance here. Needs a shot on this Gethin because he wants to be kind of straight on this 5, most likely, so he can draw it back up the table. If he's got the wrong angle, this could be a problem. I wonder if he can play this straight into the short rail with the right hand spin. No, he's drawing it. Probably the safer option. Take that 6 out of the equation.
Yeah,
wow, this will be so. Check this one out for queuing. Get a hold of this one.
we saw his teammate Savannah play a similar shot. She made it look effortless. Can he deliver?
Of course he can. Absolutely drilled that one in. Even got more out of it than probably what would have thought first glance, using that short rail to get even closer to the 6. Leaving a wow, perfect angle really just to float this down for the 7. He's got a choice of the side or the corner. Pretty straight would be good. Just run this through Gethin, and then he's got a couple of pretty straightforward shots, you would think. Get this back to 2-2. Pressure's building in this set nicely.
It is indeed, Graham, and it's simmering up very well. Team USAB 2 racks away from taking this to a deciding shootout set. SVB 3 away from taking the match for USAA. Will it be 2 more needed for him? Got a little nice nudge on the 10 there, Graham. Not bad at all.
Well, we could definitely take that. I'm almost certain that's not exactly what he played, but it's worked out pretty nice. Pretty straightforward angle is to come off the long rail, back out for the 10 in the same pocket. What's this 10? Gonna see if Shane can do anything on the break. Looks pretty thin, but it's not too bad. Just play this with right hand spin. Take the centre pocket out the way completely.
Not bad at all, Graham, indeed. And that brings us back to 2 racks apiece in this 4th set. A must-win set for USAB. If Shane were able to take this set, USAA will pick their place in the quarterfinals. Just having a quick look out across the arena. As I mentioned, both Team Philippines and Team Poland have booked their place alongside Germany, Great Britain, Austria and Spain in the quarterfinals. 2 remaining. Well, one's deciding from this table, which we're watching right now, and over on the others, Team Vietnam are really looking to push forward on their 2-0 lead. And they're 2 racks to 1 up in the 3rd set. As we bring you back to Shane Van Boning, having a good look at his break in the 5th rack. 2-2 against Oscar Dominguez.
It's a good cue ball again. But another dry break. Quite remarkable stuff. Nobody really getting getting in off the break to do any damage, it would seem. First glance. Obviously there is a look at the one, but it's not straightforward by any means. Does he go offensive here? That's a question.
He hasn't. And he's actually played a really nice shot. A bit unfortunate on that one ball slowing up.
Yeah, awkward queuing as well. Unless you can queue in between the 9 ball and the 5 ball. He's slightly elevated, so you can queue in between, but referee keeping a close eye. He's fine. This is potable.
I think
A couple of problems.
I think he was going for that.
Yeah, I think so too. It's obviously very difficult. This table, a couple of shots has already started to make it more complicated.
I'm not sure if that suits Oscar or not. It needs to, but as we saw in the opening rack, when it got into a real good exchange of safeties, USAA just seemed to come out on top a little bit. But this is a new set, a different set, singles.
Yeah, I definitely think. Yeah, just saying, I definitely think the safety racks probably just favour. Oh, how about this for a roll? Definitely favour Oscar in some respects. Shane's just an outright machine at clearing the table. Not to say Oscar can't, but the more you can make it harder for Shane, the better. He's very much in this set. Oh wow. Is he going inside here to flick the one? This is risky.
Well,
Yeah, but
great
I
shot,
don't understand.
but it was always going to leave this, no?
Yeah, I was just thinking, it was always, unless he thought he would catch maybe thinner or thicker, I don't know, but kind of felt that was kind of going to leave that one on no matter what. Not sure what they're laughing about, but maybe Tyler was saying, surely that was going to leave it on. I don't know, but it's good that they can laugh and have some fun at the same time.
Yeah.
Still a bit of work for Shane here. This 3 ball is in a bit of an awkward spot. Just have a nice angle here though, maybe to try and float the cue ball into that little gap where his cue is. Catch this thin, pop this one thin and let the cue ball do the work. That's what he's tried. Oh, he's caught it too thin. Is he touching the rail? Nope.
Can he flick off the left side of this and swing the cue ball around the table, Graham? Because that 3 may track up towards the 4-7.
Yeah, it's a good call. Just a thin edge. Try and get it somewhere near the middle pocket. Work. Needs to go. And is he going to leave an edge on the right side? If he has, between the 4 and the 7, that would be quite something. Well, look at that. That's a better angle. I think he can shave it, but he's going up and down. Probably because it's got a chance to get a hook here if he can catch the 3 right. And a delicate one for Oscar. Again, getting the same kind of safety. It's just a bit too tentative for me. You're asking for a lot on that kind of shot. He's left it wide open now for Shane. The only saving grace could be, can he get good on the 4 to get to the 5 from this pot? Going into the 6, you would think. Well, that tells you everything. That'll work.
What are you thinking about? Well, I'm thinking the 5-9 is certainly makeable, but that 8 is looking rather ugly down there.
Yeah, the only thing I like about that scenario, if I can like anything about it, is where the 7 is and the 6. They're actually not too terrible. If you can get, if you can get on where the 6 is now, if you can have the cue ball a little bit further up the table or closer to the long rail, he might be able to leave a nice-ish angle on the 7 to come into that 10 ball and bump the 8 towards the corner. He's got to have the right angle on this 6 though, if you know what I mean. Yeah, he's going to have a look at this, because he's thinking, if I go into that 10 ball, where's the 8 going to go?
What if I put it?
Exactly, all those thoughts will be going through his mind. The key thing here is, though, he needs to have an angle. Good angle here from the 6 to get nice on the 7. Needs it to run a bit, though. Wow. A little bit thinner than you would have liked. He's going to have to play this one of two ways, Gethin. He's going to either have to drop this in dead weight to leave an angle on the 7, or he's going to have to play it with pace and go back across the table. I kind of like the dead weight shot myself, but see how he feels.
Yeah.
He's decided to go the other way. And maybe he's going to play some kind of carom, or maybe even a safety. I'm not sure what he's playing here. I don't think you can get to the 10 or the 8 ball with loads of left-hand spin. Maybe he can.
2 long rails and coming into the 8, or I'm not too sure.
Yeah, the risky part of that is, though, if he does try to go with loads of left into one long rail, down into the other long rail, if he misjudges it, he could go above the 10 ball, completely hook himself on the 8. I think that's really risky. He might have to play this kind of slow and just let the spin do the work. Well, we'll see. Maybe a safety might be the option. He's trying to force it. Where's the cue ball? Well, he's doing well to get there, to be honest, from that angle. This is a big shot, yeah.
I'm saying nothing, Graham. I'm saying nothing.
I don't think the bank's on. Can he draw it back and put it next to the 10? I mean, if he does, then the 8 ball's going up towards the top corner somewhere, potentially. He's playing a containing shot. Yeah, I don't blame him. Doesn't want to sell out when he's done all the hard work. Oscar will be happy to come to the table, get in whatever he's looking at.
Yeah, indeed. I don't think he was expecting to come back to the table. Little moment of levity from Shane. But
yeah. I think he's playing this 2 rails to put it back on the bottom. He's playing a kick.
Oh, nice.
Catches the 10 at the work. Well, is that one of them shots getting where he's going to play the 8 into the 10? The 8 is going to replace the 10, so it shouldn't really move too much. And he can swing that cue ball around the angles for distance. Looks like that kind of shot. Yeah, needs to run.
Oh. That'll do. That'll do. And now, well, there's a target for Oscar if he wants to get the cue ball behind the 10. It is on, but if he doesn't get cover, you feel like there's a sellout.
Oh, he's caught it a bit thick. Well, Shane won, and he's been given a chance. This is kind of a Shane special, isn't it? Gets his extension on his cue, gets down and just drills it in. I've seen him make these 1,000 times.
Oh, Graham.
Not this time, though. And he's left it as well. Wow, what a moment.
That could be a big swing in this match. You felt Shane had to go for it, and, well, Oscar won't mind winning racks, having to pick up on his opponent's mistakes. He hasn't run that cue ball into perfect position, so he's going to take on this tricky cut. But this will be to get to the hill in this fourth set. Oh, Graham, Oscar Dominguez makes it, gets to the hill, a couple of fist bumps, and well, Team USAB are one rack away from taking this to a fifth set deciding shootout. I think after the first set, we were pretty much expecting it to go running in one direction. Great testament to Sophia Mast, Oscar and Tyler there to even be put back in a chance of getting to the last set. Well, then it's anyone's guess, Graham.
Well, definitely. I think for those OCD fans out there, I think it would make sense to go 4-3 in this set, and then it tidies the scoreboard up nicely. See how we can structure this up for a nice shootout. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, this match has probably deserved of a shootout. It's been back and forwards, but USAB have battled against the storm, Team USAA. There's another dry break. There's going to be a shot at this one ball this time, though. With a bit of an open table, can Shane take these ones out? He's had plenty of chances in this match, you would think.
Yeah, the one was threatening both centre pockets, but not dropping. It's a cut on this one. The cue ball looks to have shape to go around the 5, maybe even the 10. Came between the 5 and the 10, Graham, and well, it's a bit on the 50-yard line. At least they can see the 2.
I think it's a bit more than the 50-yard line where that 3 ball is. I think it'll be a safety shot here. Unless he's deciding to go all offensive. There's lots of left. Wow, he is getting... That's incredible aggression, that. So surprised he went for that. He was always asking a lot, not only on the pot, but he was always going to have a thin 3 ball. He's going to need another shot even just to even pot this, but have a look at the 4.
Wow, it looks like the cue ball's going to be coming right up into the traffic. I can't imagine he's going to take this on.
No, I like this. I like the cover behind the 7 ball, to be honest. It's calling the corner just as a backup, but I do like the cover. He's got a bit too much draw on this. Didn't work out because the 3 ball didn't hit any traffic, so jump cue for Oscar here.
If he makes contact with the 3, there's a real good chance of getting a safety as a reward. But he's certainly jumping over the 7.
Oh, this cue ball. Oh my days. Shane can't jump this either. It's too close to the 10, I think. This is going to have to be something special. I can't even see how he can kick this, to be honest.
Can he masse it? Masse it towards the left centre pocket and start swinging it up. Catch a bit of spin. No, a bit too ambitious from myself, the young Welshman.
Can he go around the orange 5? I don't know if he can. If he goes that way, if anything, he might go to the top short rail. Yeah, it's a bit deceiving. He's trying to see. I think that 5 just looks like it's in the way to the natural. Well, what a moment this could be. Yeah, I thought he was going top rail. Oh, what
Good
a hit, though. What a hit.
It's a big shot.
Yeah, it's as good as you could have got, really, isn't it? Let's be honest. I mean, hasn't really sold out and didn't get ball in hand, so that's a pretty good result from there. behind the 6 and hasn't really got there. Might have left a thin edge. Doesn't look pretty. Could have maybe a kick and stick behind the 9. Potentially. Well, that tells me he's got an edge getting, so this has to be right.
Oh, thin.
Big bounce. Needs a big bounce. Hasn't got it. So could be in a spot of bother here if Oscar can see pretty much a full 3 ball. You would kind of fancy him to just try and kill the cue ball on the 10. Maybe send that 3 ball up towards the 4 somewhere. It's kind of like a timed draw shot here, just to stun into the 8-10 ball. Oh, he's played it really tentative again. So he might have played that with a little bit more power.
Just wondering if that nudge on the 4 has allowed that 3 ball to hang out and show the potting angle.
Looks tight. Oh, you're right, Gethin. What a shot there. Wow. Just the edge, I mean, quite incredible. Obviously this is a must take for Shane, you would think here. Just looking at the gap there between the 9 and the 8. Pretty much a stop shot, looks like. Just take the angle that's there.
Important time to come good for Shane Van Boning. Needs this rack to stay in this 4th set with a chance. It will go hill-hill if he were to close out this rack. He's keeping good control of the cue ball, Graham.
Yeah, this is where he needs to dial it up. He's had a few chances in this set, and for his standards, he hasn't taken them all as much as he would normally. But these ones are a must.
Ooh, slides past the 8, and that is perfect.
Yeah, he's got options. He can run this forward or he can draw it back. It's really just how he feels. Well, unless something absolutely bananas happens. Looks like we're going 3-3. Savannah's obviously a bit cold in there with her jacket. There we go. Crazy stuff this, getting absolutely crazy.
Graham, you could not make this up. Shane Van Boning brings the scoreline back to 3-3 in this 4th set. A must-win set for his opponents, USAB. Oscar 1 rack away from taking his team into a deciding 5th set shootout. Just have a quick look over at our remaining match. That's come to a result as well. Team Indonesia being bested by Team Vietnam 3-0. Team Vietnam had a tough match on their hands against Indonesia. Don't let the scoreline fool you. But let's bring it back to this absolute nail-biter of a match. We always thought it would do, Graham. We always thought it was going to get nice and tricky for the guys out and girls out there. So Shane Van Boning to break. Hill, 4th set.
Oh, I was just saying balls were threatening all the pockets. He did end up making one. Well, what do you do from here, Gethin?
I have to say, I like the jump.
Yeah, and if you look at the stats for this as well, in this final set, Shane's overall player score, even though he's had a few chances missed, he's still on 878. Oscar's on 586. But somehow it's 3-3. Oh my days. Oh my days. I just don't know if he's on the 3. This will give us a good view. He's on it, but not really.
I said I like the jump. So did Shane, and he made it. And well, statistics don't always tell the whole story, but let me tell you, scorelines do. And Tyler on the edge of his seat, hoping that his teammate comes back to the table.
Looking at this 3-ball, I do think he will be coming back to the table. Shane can't really drop this in. Did he call the bank on?
He called it in the corner.
Wow. How spot that and not scratched? That's incredible.
I need to see
shot
that in the overhead.
Wow, there you go. He caught right on the point. I mean, that's, you have to be, he's just going for everything here. He wants to run this game out. No safety, all in. I'm going to shoot the lights out and win this match. That's what he's thinking. Tell you what, he needs to get off that 10. He's one shot away here, really. This is a key shot coming up. Needs an angle on this 6. As you see, getting the 7 only goes in the bottom left. So he doesn't want to be straight on this 6. He's played that well. Needs to slow up. That's a great shot, that Gethin. He's in prime position here, and quite remarkable how this goes 3-3. Looking at the balls that have been potted, Shane's potted 45 balls to Oscar's 18. So that tells you how, you could say one-sided, but Shane hasn't really been delivering. But boy, he's delivering now.
Yeah, now 4 balls away from putting USAA into the quarterfinals. This has been an absolute thriller, and it's not over yet, Graham. As we've seen already, there have been some swings, some twists and some turns, but I have to agree, Shane has just looked to stamp his authority now, and 2 fantastic shots have led him to get to this position.
Yeah, and I tell you what I like there, I'm not sure if you noticed it, but Oscar just tapped his leg a little bit in full appreciation. And you have to give Shane credit here. I mean, what a break. And to go all guns blazing on that jump on the 2 and then that 3 down the rail. Quite incredible. Just come out and basically slam the door on USAB. What can you do? Awesome.
Well, this has been an absolute pleasure to watch. It's such a shame that a team has to lose. On this occasion, it's Team USAB that is bested by the team of Savannah Easton, Skylar Woodward, Shane Van Boning. USAA taking it in a 4-set thriller. And they will progress through to the quarterfinals, where they will meet up against Germany, Great Britain, Austria, Spain, Vietnam,